Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into something pretty intense. We've got some audio, and it lays bare how deception can really take hold.
Exactly. It's quite a unique source. We're hearing excerpts, personal stories really, about one person's, well, deceptive methods.
Ghazala Din's methods, specifically.
Right. And our mission today is to kind of map out those patterns, understand the tactics she's using, and maybe get those aha moments, see how these things actually play out in reality.
And jumping right in, you hear these red flags almost immediately in the recordings. Things like her bank's freezing, that old chestnut.
Yeah. Or claiming, I've left no inch for a loan, trust me.
Yeah.
But somehow, still no loan.
And this victim points out a really chilling pattern, doesn't she? She says she does it with the new people, and then the new people. It just repeats.
It really does. And those initial excuses, they're classic delaying tactics, aren't they? Just trying to buy a bit of time, take the pressure off.
But it goes beyond just excuses.
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating and quite manipulative is how Ghazala tries to frame herself. She actually says she's genuine and not lying anyway.
Even saying things like, I get panicky if a pound or a pence was left over.
Exactly. And then spins it into all I ever wanted to do was help people. It's not just delaying. It's psychological groundwork.
Yeah.
Trying to seem vulnerable, trustworthy.
Setting the stage for later.
Precisely. Building that false narrative.
And then when it's time to actually follow through, the excuses just explode, don't they? They get so much more dramatic.
Yeah, the stakes get higher. Suddenly it's not just a frozen bank account.
No, now it's a broken phone, lost all the numbers apparently, then promises to visit, like, come down on Thursday, inshallah.
Which never happens.
Never happened.
Yeah.
Because now she's not well. You can even hear her coughing on the phone in the recording, right?
Right. Or there's some huge crisis like the client had been taken into hospital, his sugar levels have dropped hugely overnight. It's always something big.
And the emotional appeals, too, like saying, I'm just thinking death can come anytime. I'm miserable. I just want to come home. It pulls at the heartstrings.
It does initially.
Yeah.
But when you see it happen again and again, always right when she's supposed to deliver, well, the pattern becomes pretty clear.
Any excuse.
Any excuse at all, it's strategic. These sob stories are designed to make you feel bad for her, to make you back off. It's pure evasion.
And it's not just one person experiencing this, is it? The victim sounds so frustrated, saying, Ghazala just seems to me she's been let off loose and she's on the same things again and again and again.
Yeah, that weariness really comes through.
And we find out Channel 4 News is actually looking into this. A reporter named Maria is talking to other people, quote, scammed by Ghazala.
Which suggests this is much wider than just the accounts we're hearing.
There's even mention of other people maybe involved, like people who have been helping her or befriended her, not necessarily in on the scam, but maybe making money, trying to make money by, I don't know, finding potential victims.
It raises questions about a potential network, doesn't it? Even an informal one. Ghazala was even asking contacts to borrow money for her own monthly payments or to pay the committee. It hints at more complex financial dealings.
And what really hit me was the victim saying about the latest letdown, I kind of expected it.
That's heartbreaking. She contrasts that with earlier victims who were apparently shocked.
Right. It shows this awful learning curve, doesn't it? Going from shock to just grim expectation.
Exactly. And that expectation, that resignation, it takes a huge emotional toll. It might even make someone less likely to push back next time, sadly. You wraps them.
So wrapping this up, what we've really seen today is this disturbing consistency, consistent excuses that escalate, layers of emotional manipulation, and just how persistent these behaviors can be, even when, a news channel is sniffing around.
Yeah, the adaptability is quite chilling. The core behavior stays the same, even if the stories change. Recognizing these red flags, these patterns we've discussed, is so important.
Absolutely crucial.
And it leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? In a world where information and maybe warnings can spread so fast, how can someone keep getting away with the same essential playbook?
What does it say about how these things operate?
And maybe what's our responsibility as individuals when we hear these kinds of narratives? How do we protect ourselves and maybe help protect others from getting caught in that cycle of promises that just never materialize? Something to think about.